You're watching Shalom World News. I'm David Kerr from Lansing in Michigan, and these are your latest news headlines from around the world. Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone of San Francisco has criticised Democrat politician Nancy Pelosi for supporting abortion while also claiming to be, quote, a devout Catholic. The Speaker of the US House of Representatives made her comments at a press conference on July the 22nd after supporting the elimination of the Hyde Amendment from a proposed budget bill. The Hyde Amendment is a federal policy that's been in place since 1976, which prohibits most abortions from being funded through the US healthcare system, Medicaid. In a subsequent statement, Archbishop Cordileone said that no Catholic in good conscience can favour abortion, adding that our land is soaked with the blood of the innocent and it must stop. Speaker Pelosi represents the city of San Francisco in the US Congress. A Christian community in Washington state have won a significant pro-life victory in court. Cedar Park Church in the city of Bothell had filed a complaint 2 years ago against a new state law that required all employers to cover abortions if their healthcare plans also included maternity care. While religious groups were permitted to opt out of the law, Cedar Park Church argued that it could not find a health plan without abortion coverage included. Initially, a federal district court dismissed the case and the church's motion for an injunction against the pro-abortion law. On Thursday of this week, however, the Ninth Circuit ruled that the district court had erred in dismissing the case and so sent the case back to the lower court to be reconsidered. A new report claims that nearly 3,500 Christians have been killed in Nigeria so far this year. The report is the work of the International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law. They are a not-for-profit organisation based in Nigeria. They calculate that some 3,462 Christians have been killed in 2021 by two Islamist groups, the Fulani Herdsmen and Boko Haram. The West African nation, they note, has also witnessed the abduction of over 3,000 Christians this year, while as many as 300 churches have been attacked. Staying in Africa, and it's claimed that Catholic priests are being targeted by both sides in Cameroon's civil war. Over the past 5 years, as many as 4,000 people have lost their lives in clashes between French-speaking government troops and separatists who wish to create a new English-speaking state named Ambazonia in the east of the country. Worst affected, it's claimed, are Catholic priests who refuse to take sides and are thus targeted by both armies. Early last month, one priest was arrested by the military on charges that he sided with the separatists. In May, however, another priest was kidnapped by the separatists, although he was released after 10 days' captivity. Amid the increasing exodus of Christians from crisis-hit Lebanon, there are now calls for a special fund to be created to support Christians and Christianity in the Middle Eastern country. The suggestion comes from Habib Malik. He's an Associate Professor of History and Cultural Studies at the Lebanese American University. Professor Malik says that Lebanese people, especially the young, need confidence, trust and a notion of hope that there is a lifeline to them for the future. The Lebanese economy collapsed last year after the devastating Beirut port blast of August 2019. According to the rector of Beirut's Maronite Cathedral, Father Jad Shlouk, there are now more than 380,000 requests for immigration from Lebanon to Europe and North America. Nurses in Queensland have expressed their opposition to proposed euthanasia legislation in the Australian state. The so-called voluntary assisted dying bill is scheduled to be debated in Queensland Parliament in September. Now, the Nurses Professional Association of Queensland have issued a statement stating that legalised assisted suicide would transform nursing from saving lives, doing no harm, to taking lives. The president of the Nursing Association, Margaret Gilbert, said that the right to life is a fundamental right, and the importance of upholding that right has been an essential part of the health profession since the foundation of the Hippocratic Oath. Finally, bishops in the United States have launched an initiative aimed at bringing together young Catholics from diverse ethnic backgrounds. It's called the Journeying Together programme, and it brings together youth from different communities to discuss their experience of the Catholic Church in America. The programme started last year as a weekend virtual gathering. It has now expanded into a series of online meetings that provide members of various communities a chance to talk about their joys, sorrows, frustrations and hopes. The initiative is the brainchild of the US Bishops' Conference. It brings together African American, Asian, Latino, Native American as well as those of European ancestry. More than 35 bishops have also now joined in the online meetings. Participants will finally get to meet each other at a live in-person event scheduled for June of next year in Chicago. Well, that's your latest headlines for now. Do join us for more tomorrow. You can also visit us at swnews.org for news updates. Shalom.